Alright, so I'm waking up to some dull shit and on YouTube listening to some shit. Okay, white people. Y'all are the first baby daddies, okay? Y'all came over to Turtle Island, stole every fucking thing. So y'all over here talking about black and brown indigenous culture being criminal. Y'all literally came over to another country, not yours. Stole land, not yours. Stole people, not yours. Stole religion, culture, history, language, text, writing, everything. You stole every fucking thing. And then you have the audacity to say it's my people. Let's fast forward some, shall we? Y'all hold the #1 record for baby daddies because y'all were the first baby daddies on these lands. Remember all the rape and pedophilia that y'all did during enslavement times? Yeah. So y'all keep wanting to talk about black people and baby daddies and shit. Y'all the first baby daddies. Y'all are literally the first baby daddies in existence, okay? Especially on these lands. Okay, sweet pea? Y'all raped, murdered, and pillaged your way through. You still hold #1 rank for pedophilia, but nobody wants to talk about that in the white culture, right? Nobody wants to talk about how white culture holds #1 for pedophilia? No? Nobody wants to talk about how white culture holds #1 for rape? No? Nobody wants to talk about how white culture holds #1 for blue-collar crimes? No? Y'all hold #1 for school shootings, church shootings, mass shootings, genocide. Y'all hold the #1 slot for that shit, but nobody wants to talk about white culture with that, right? Y'all always wanted to talk about black on black crime or brown people and this and that, right? Let's not talk about drugs. Let's talk about drugs. Y'all keep talking about we're the drug dealers, but all the drugs came from white people. Turtle Island didn't have any drugs. What did y'all do in Vietnam? Y'all went over to Vietnam, started a war over medicinal herbs that you had no business fucking touching. Came back after you got your asses whooped in Vietnam. Took those medicinal herbs that you had no business fucking touching. Created heroin. Got all your people addicted to fucking heroin. So y'all was the first drug addicts. Y'all was the first drug addicts and the first drug dealers. Okay? Y'all were the first drug mules. Y'all started a whole war on drugs. Okay? You were literally the first war on drugs. Got all your people addicted. Then when you realized that it was only white people addicted to heroin because you had no business touching a fucking medicinal plant that was used for medicinal properties because you didn't know how to properly use it. Thus, creating heroin and getting your people addicted to it. You got pissed off at the black and brown community because we were not given this medicine and you gave us crack and forced us to use it. We didn't use it. You forced us to use it. You took our leaders, you kidnapped them, and you forced them to get high. Then you released them back in the community when they're already fucked up. Okay? Who runs Big Pharma? White people run Big Pharma. Who creates all the drugs? White people create all the drugs that get everybody sick. You know, the pharmacy, the opiate crisis, that's white people shit. All right? Blame the white people, not everybody else.